Oh dear, the light's on. It means I have to make a video. I have to do it. Yes, it's to be serious again. In Mendham's argument style. Ooh, we're gonna do videos about other people's argument style now. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a fair game. I mean, I'm sort of critiquing Thunderfoot's style. I didn't think I'd be critiquing his style, actually. I thought I'd just critique his beauty in the universe kind of perspective. But, I mean, his style sucks. I mean, so it just seems very ironic that I'm the guilty one on YouTube. Yet I've never taken other people's content and made them repeat things. I don't take ugly images of them. I don't get caught in fucking preposterous lies. Yeah, what I say, fucktard now and then. And if you really push me, I'll say cunt and fat ass. But you have to really push me to get me there. This is just such a silly joke. And then to gripe about the comments on videos. Not my responsibility. I don't see any of you other assholes cleaning up your comments section at all. All right. I mean, you have your stupid, irresponsible rhetoric and hysteria has got people to think things that are completely untrue, and you're perfectly comfortable with that. And then you'll let people who are known racists, comment on your videos and critique other people. It's just such a fucking goddamn joke. You and your little buddies like S and F. You think they're doing your cause some good to have that kind of slander smeared on you? Come on, grow the fuck up. So anyway, yeah, I can only conclude. Look, To Be Serious she has some issues. Okay, you know, maybe it's the menopausy thing and it's completely fucked her brain. She's a little paranoid. And she wants to play the victim. She really likes the victim role. It's like, it just suits her so perfectly. She's just always the victim. Even though she throws around phrases like Holocaust denier and misogynist everywhere. You know, yeah, no, she's not a victim. So, you know, look, I'm going to respond to half of this video anyway. I'll play half of it, and I'll respond to it. But look, all these people with their accusations, I tell you, quote me. Take clips and quote me. Do it in context. You find where I picked a fight, a personal fight. You find where I was the first one to engage in the ad hominem attack. Or you find a video by somebody who's just completely a complete asshole. But that's all you're going to find. You're not going to be able to do any... You're not going to find a trail where I'm the instigator. You're not going to find it, okay? It's just not there. And so all this is just a pile of shit, okay? I don't mind the reputation. I really don't. I'm not going to cry over it. But it is. It's a simple, it's a slander. That's all you people are doing. You lost arguments and you can't deal with it, and so you have to make me somehow a cheater. And I haven't cheated anybody in a fight. And if you're going to call it cheating because I say, you idiot, Thunderfoot does that all the time. He does it throughout his videos. He ridicules and mocks people, so why aren't you on his ass? Certainly the Amazing Atheist does it. The most popular YouTubers do it. So why am I all of a sudden the guy you have to come after? The guy with 8,000 subs? There's bigger fish to go stick your little spears in. So this is just a pile of shit. So anyway, here's her little critique in Mendham's argument style. If you don't agree with everything he says, then you are wrong. Well, look, it's really not that complicated. I don't open my mouth unless I'm pretty certain. Unless there's doing the draft science thing, sometimes I'll say something that's just not accurate. That happens, you correct me, fine, no problem. Alright, where have I shown some resistance to not accept? Somebody just corrected me on neon. I don't even know if they're right, though. They said it wasn't lighter than air, but I think it really is like the third or fourth lightest element. But anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. Yes, but whatever. Look, why the fuck would I be voicing opinions if I thought I could be wrong? If I thought I was probably wrong, or possibly wrong even, why would I open my fucking mouth? That would just be stupid and irresponsible. So I talk about things I'm pretty damn sure of. And yeah, if we don't agree, then I can only conclude that you're wrong until you prove something else, until you make a good argument. And I don't hear any good arguments. Alright, you can't make an argument and you're a stupid fucktard. Well, so what? You know, what, stupid fucktard? So this is what we're gonna wet our little panties over that. And anyway, I don't even think you can find that many quotes where I've even used that rhetoric heavily against you until you started calling me things like anti-Semitic and a Holocaust denier. Till you lied about being Jewish. Yeah, I resent the fucking hell out of that. Yeah, I take that fucking personal. You're the character assassin. All right. There's no. I haven't had you. You want to have a little challenge, a little PM challenge that we'll maybe we pay YouTube to reveal all of our PMs. You won't find one PM I've ever sent to anybody saying a derogatory thing about you. Not one fucking one. All right. But I bet I can find hundreds. I bet there's hundreds in your little mailbox to all your little S and F'ers and your you know, Cindy whatever fucking cunt name was, and all those other malicious little bitches that you hang out with. And sorry, but that's the way it is. You're a little cackle of little vicious bitch lizards. You know, and you play these little fucking malicious games. Oh, inmendham blocked us. Let's start a club. The inmendham blocked us club. He's a fucking brain rapist. Oh, it's just disgusting. Anyway, he will prove these points in a video which he, I guess you had to correct something, insults you in great detail. Well, that's just a pile of shit. Go ahead, find the evidence where I waste my time insulting you in great detail. I'll call you a fucktard or an idiot or a skanky bitch or cunt, and that's the end of the great fucking goddamn detail, and you goddamn know it. I don't waste my time with your fucking goddamn insulting you. I waste my time arguing with your nonsense, which I probably shouldn't even do. And all those who always agree with him will agree with whatever he says yet again. Well, whatever again. You know, it's just so fucking lame. I mean, that accusation can be turned on every one of your little skanky commenters in your own comment section. Yeah, I will disable comments on this video just to spare you the hardship of having to hear people's opinions of you. You know, but like I said, you don't clean up your comment sections. All kinds of slanders in your comment section. So fuck you, bitch. You know, making me responsible for the commenters. You take responsibility for your commenters then. Yeah, they will echo his abuse. Like I said, read your own comment section. Any video you have the word inmendham in, read the comments on those videos. You disgusting, deplorable hypocrite. Unrelated, both yours and others. I don't know what this is. Video in personal messages. What's this? Wait. They will echo his abuse in their comments to his video and in personal messages to you. All right, again, I'm responsible for what PMs people send you. That's somehow my... I'll say it clearly to whoever's watching my videos. Do not comment to be serious in any personal message style or manner. In any response to anything I say, okay? Just don't do it. It's stupid. Don't waste your time with that crap. If you're going to PM somebody, you should do it politely. I've never sent a rude PM to anybody. I don't leave rude comments. So again, all of this crap, I haven't led by example here. Where's the example? You have led by example. Your skanky little abusive, slanderous comments have been all over the goddamn YouTube for 3 fucking years. 2.5 years, where I've had to deal with your abusive comments, okay, publicly made. You've led by example. I haven't. Go find the example. Go find it. Go find the example of my comments on videos that are as rude and just obnoxious as yours. Anyway, let's just get to this shit. But anyway, it's just a pile of crap. Look, and let's do the history thing one more time. She got all pissed off because I made a blonde joke, right? So then she called me a misogynist. Then I got into a fight with the Amazing Atheist. I posted a video. She made a whole big stinking scene over it. Blah, blah, blah. I featured a video of somebody else's video. Alright, then the Holocaust thing happened. She thought she had an opportunity. She did this stupid biogenics thing and said inmendham's wrong. She kept playing these games and she kept failing. She kept failing to tear down the mighty inmendham. And so she just gets more and more frustrated. And so now the only thing she can do is these cheap little character assassination accusations. And they're backed up with nothing. Again, did she quote anything? Did she play any clips? Did she show anything? Did she demonstrate anything? No, it's just this generic accusation that somehow inmendham has treated people unfairly. Well, it's a pile of crap. Inmendham gives people back what they give. They give me disrespect, I'm going to give it right back to them, okay? I'm not going to tolerate people who think they have a right to tread on me or my videos. Fuck that. They don't. Make their own goddamn videos, all right? And especially if they don't make their own videos, I'm not putting up with it, especially if they don't have comments enabled on their goddamn channel page as a goddamn minimum. You're not going to fucking write your skanky, crappy, shitty, scuzzy fucking shit on my goddamn videos if you're too much of a coward to open comments on your own goddamn channel page. But anyway, am I getting into all that crap? And look, half the people I have goddamn blocked, I have blocked because they said some kind of shit on a video that they're about somebody else. You know, somebody like Conference Report or some other thing, and I saw their comment, I said, fuck that cunt. All right, or they were making the Jew remark or the N-word remarks. Half the people I have blocked have nothing to do with me. It has to do with people's fucking behavior, period. I hate these little trolly assholes who make these little shit nothing comments. Fuck these bastards. These useless bastards. All right, on to the show.
So it's about my intelligence, or the size of my backside, which nobody on YouTube has ever seen, or
yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, people can make guesstimates, can't they? But whatever. Again, this is the goddamn internet. Get over it already. I mean, get over it. I mean, I don't even make the comparisons, but compared to what your asshole, the people you're associated with, have done to me in fucking goddamn videos, this is some kind of little, this is just such a rag, a complaint.
a lot of other things that have nothing to do with eating meat or not eating meat. And he will post them, and then everybody will get online.
What will I post? I don't post shit, so that's just bullshit right there. Again, you won't find the comments, you won't find any such thing. I don't even know, you know, like I said, I don't know what the fat ass thing, whether I said in a video or not. I might have, because you're a liar, okay? I mean, look, let's go back in history. You know, all right, you lied about being Jewish. Then you lied about, look, the stupid lie, you know, about the stupid image. So she made a stupid, crappy looking image of me, right, and posted that as the face of the video. This is also somebody who made a video where she played my video, you know, with a crying baby as the image. You know, she had a crying baby crying over my words. All right, these are the games she has played. You know, she did this image thing, and she got caught on it, you know, because it looked pretty horrible. And she claimed it was a drawing that she did, blah, blah, blah. And it was all a pile of crap. And then her explanation got more and more bizarre. She says, no, I used this projection machine and all this other crap. But, you know, when you looked at the image, you could see the actual graphic in the corner, the artifact from my video, that nobody would draw that. Okay, if you're going to make the drawing, you wouldn't draw in, like, something in the background that was just completely, you know, that was a word graphic. So it was obviously a Photoshop image. She just wouldn't admit it. And this is the game she's playing. And then she has the tenacity. Is that the fucking word? I mean, she has the delusional, psychotic, you know, insanity to sit there and point her finger. I mean, this is just so ludicrous that I have to even defend myself against somebody coming from this position. Ugh. And where does this even come from now? Like I said, this is just her playing the game. I want attention. I mean, she even says in the end of this video, oh, the 10 people are viewing this video. She knows her videos get a lot more than 10 views. And she knows there's going to be a whole pile of comments in here talking shit about Gary. Okay? Gary is an idiot who gets off from verbally abusing people. That from the racist SNF. Yeah, like that jackass should have a platform to say anything about anything. That fucking idiot. Butterfly whispering Looney Tune. Anyway.
Who, you know, thinks that it's a sacrilege and a blasphemy to disagree with him on anything. And they will post comments about my lack of intelligence and
Yeah, and they'll also post comments that have a lot of relevant argument in them, okay, and it doesn't get addressed. So that's just more bullshit.
my obvious stupidity, and there'll be a few about the size of my backside. Um, it is so predictable, it is comic.
Again, read your own comments section. This is just such grotesque hypocrisy. I mean, the slanders that you let people spout in your fucking comments section is disgusting. And for you to sit there and claim I have some responsibility for what people post on your videos, it's just fucking bullshit.
And still, what happens from this is maybe one or two people change their mind and stop eating meat because of his rants, but I would say that is not the norm.
Now, veiled in this whole critique of how inmendham is some horrible, awful, evil person, is some notion that somehow I don't argue for vegetarianism right, that somehow I'm doing the cause some sort of disservice. I think if you look at the vegetarian videos, there's nothing in there that has any taint of that. Most of my argument is basically just saying, go ahead, be a meat eater, but don't support the next generation having the blight of your addiction. Okay? So how is that an aggressive argument? It's hardly aggressive. I'm sorry, this is delusional. This woman needs, she's gotta move
Most
some
people
blood somewhere else.
listen to his rants and feel more justified in doing what they're doing already.
Yeah, well, whatever. Again, this is just kind of crap coming from your position. You all right? You're arguing that somehow you're more effective, or you're doing a better job, or you're more of a humanitarian, or you're more of a whatever. I mean, this is just such bullshit. And again, this is another person who's again sort of implying that I have to demonstrate or prove who I am. That no, it's not enough to show the homeless cats that I feed, or to talk about some other things I might have done. No, I have to sit there and give them a whole, certium perfect or whatever, explaining exactly all the things I've done in my life. Okay, and this is just such bullshit. I owe you nothing. I owe you an argument, and I give people an argument. They can either make a counter argument or they can't. But I don't owe them anything else.
I mentioned Coetzee, who is the South African writer, and he is to my mind, a very enlightened vegetarian. He thinks deeply about these things, and he writes in ways that really make.
This is so patronizing. Again, so it's okay to it's not okay to call somebody a fucktard, but you can imply that somebody else doesn't think deeply and that their argument is superficial, and that it's ignorantly sourced, and those kind of insults are okay, but fucktard's off limits. I mean, this is just such crap.
You feel what the animals are feeling, which I think is to some extent missing in all the insults and all the abuse. If someone is willing to inflict suffering in order to stop suffering,
this is another lame argument. I mean, Martin Luther King inflicted inconvenience, discomfort in people. He imposed a hell of a lot of that. Gandhi, did it. So this is just bullshit. This argument that somehow you have to somehow you're gonna lick people's ass, to enlightenment. If you lick their ass long enough, they'll realize, they'll see the light. I mean, what a pile of shit. You make people uncomfortable. That's how you change people. They become uncomfortable. They don't change because they're comfortable, because everything's okay, because somebody didn't get in their face and make them think. So whatever, screw this bullshit.
I really honestly think inmendham is certainly willing to do that. Then you have to wonder what their real agenda is. whether they really want to stop suffering or.
Now, see, isn't that, you know, what? This is a core fucking offense, right? So, fucktard is a horror. But now you can sit there and impugn somebody's motives and imply that, oh, he's up to something else. He doesn't really care about the suffering of animals. It hasn't completely preoccupied his life since he was 6 years old. It hasn't completely fundamentally ruined his capacity to enjoy life. No, no, no. He has some secret fucking agenda. You know, he wants to tear down the Twin Towers or something. He's like in cahoots with the CIA, and he wants to, you know, somehow, you know, wear a tiger skin robe. I mean, fuck you.
They just really want to win an argument at any cost, including insulting, personal, deeply wounding insults.
Oh yeah, Holocaust denier. No, that's not a deeply, you know, creating an atmosphere where where people have called me anti-Semitic, where I've gotten emails from Jewish people who just read your rhetoric, just read your skanky, slanderous comments, and assume that somehow I'm denying that 6 million Jews were horribly treated, or that there was, you know, that this was preposterous suffering endured and violations of their fundamental human fucking rights. No, but because you don't do the context thing, because you don't do the truth fucking thing, you just spout your fucking slanderous accusations, that's what it leads to. Fuck you!
I may talk more about this in the future. I think I can upload videos.
Yeah, you're gonna talk more about what? What a lying piece of fucking shit you are. That's all you're gonna be talking about. Every time you open your mouth, okay, you're just proving the goddamn case. You're proving the goddamn case.
I'm a partner, so I think I can upload videos that are longer than 10 minutes. But I've never done that before because, as you can tell from this, unless I edit a lot, I tend to or
yeah, you tend to run out of lies, right?
I've written it out. I tend to make it like a disjointed soliloquy of some kind. So, you know, I don't really understand.
Yeah, I don't really understand either. So apparently this was provoked because of the Professor Anton videos. Alright, where I didn't call him a skanky cunt. I didn't call him a dumb motherfucking moron, bastard. I didn't do any of that shit. Yeah, I ridiculed his arguments. Yeah, because it is mumbo jumbo. It is fucking goddamn psycho babble. Alright, that's what it's entirely made out of. He's a psychologist. He is not a philosopher. He's talking about a way to look at your life and make it meaningful. He's not talking about the fucking goddamn truth. Alright, and I'm just pointing out that this is a distinction, and that people have to open their eyes to this fucking distinction between talking about what life is and talking about how to live. They're two fucking different things.
The point of the insults. I don't understand the people who think they'll change people's minds if they insult them a little.
Right, Holocaust denier. Your commenters call me a psychotic. They call me all kinds of fucking goddamn names. So this again is just bullshit. You call me all kinds of names. You impugn my character. You impugn my motivations. Fuck you.
A bit more, and I'm really tired of this culture where Inmendham makes one of his insulting videos. Everybody just doesn't hold him to any kind of standards of logic.
Oh, again, now where is that? Go do the quote. Quote me where I said something illogical. Go ahead. Find the quote of the illogical contention made by Inmendham. All right, that you think is beyond the pale, beyond the thunderfoot ridicule of Venom Fang X, beyond the routine ridicules of the amazing atheist of everything on earth. Fuck you. Hypocrite. You know, go and find something that I've said that's worse than this skanky little SNF talking about how there's, well, you can prove that black men are inferior because there's 2 million of them in prison.
Love feeling superior to anybody else who has any misgivings about any of this.
Yeah, misgivings about what? Again, making the fucking argument. That's right. I mean, it is true. I mean, this I do it a little different. Um, yeah, you don't see me on TV. Yeah, it's true. You don't, because that's right. It's that's not the game these people play. These nobody takes anything seriously. No one really gives a fuck. Nobody has any real passion. They're all politicians. They're all selling a book. It's all, well, whatever, kind of la 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 la. So, well, life is completely insane. So what? Let's get right on to doing it. It's all fucking goddamn bullshit. All right. So yeah, maybe I'm the real fucking deal. This is what the real fucking deal looks like and sounds like.
I just think it creates this idea that we can be so polarized. You know, the I'm right because I believe this camp against the you're wrong because you believe that camp. I mean, it just gets so polarized.
Yeah, well, yeah, so that's the way it goes. That's right. It was a little polarized during the Civil War. There was a little bit of polarization. That's seems to be a human habit. That yeah, certain things will get people pissed off, and they'll argue. Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
It's absolutely like some sort of verbal slapstick after a while. I know what will happen here. I know that he will post. I hope he just ignores this.
Oh yeah, I should ignore being slandered, right? I'm supposed to just keep ignoring it. I'm supposed to just keep ignoring it, right? No, I'm not gonna ignore it. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. You have no excuse for making this video. I haven't mentioned you in the last month in any way. I haven't come anywhere near you. You're just finding an excuse to get into a fight, all right? And then you wanna say, I'm a woman. Don't punch me. Don't punch me. I'm just a little girl. Don't punch me. Well, fuck you. It ain't gonna work.
To be honest, because all I want to do is express my strong misgivings that his tactics are working.
Again, tactics. There's no evidence of a tactic here. Alright, I've been the same little son of a bitch my entire fucking life. Okay, yeah, I didn't use the word fuck and fucktard, alright, when I was 7 years old, but I did plenty of you poop heads and you weaselly something, or you know, lizard dung, or so. I said something, alright? I've been bitching and complaining since the day I was born, so for you to sit there and point your little finger and call this a tactic, it's goddamn silly. I don't spend any time contriving my YouTube tactic. I wouldn't have a name like fucking inmendham if I was contriving a goddamn tactic.
No matter, maybe he has good intentions. Maybe he insults for a good end. Maybe his ad hominem.
Oh, maybe you're not a delusional psychopath. Maybe you're not completely full of goddamn French fried rotten potatoes. Maybe you're not weaselly skanky piece of lettuce.
Attacks are really supposed to serve some purpose. But what I think it does, in my estimation, is it makes people who want to believe he's true in anything he says, it makes them more brutal and more insulting themselves.
And this is just such crap. Again, I've gotten into fights with people that were completely allied with 99 or 98% of what I was talking about, and we've gotten into huge fights over stupid things like circumcision. You know, my point of view on pornography didn't win me any fucking kudos from a large percentage of my viewership. So there's lots of subjects that they don't find me too fucking fascinating on. So this is just a bullshit fucking critique. You know, there's some arguments that are going to be harder to make than other arguments. Okay, so what?
So the whole culture here then gets more brutal and more insulting, and I don't think that accomplishes anything.
And I just think you're just such a deplorable hypocrite. Like I said, I mean, This really is just about insulting people the proper way. That's all you're fucking talking about, is we do it this certain way with our pinkies out. You know, we contrive our insults and use language in this manipulative way to insult people's intelligence, us elitist fucking elitists. You know, and if you don't do it our superiority way, our little book learned way, then you know, we're gonna play this game and try to basically just call you pumpkins or something. I mean, you're calling us names clearly here. You're calling us names. Nobody's gonna miss that, and so you can't pretend you're not resorting to a tactic. This is a fucking tactic.
In the low bar,
no point in showing this image.
There'll be a couple of essays
yes,
of
by
Diamond
my silly little friends and
reviews of
yes,
books I'm reading
little
right
pablum,
now. One
blah
is
blah
called
blah blah blah
Philosophy and Animal Life, and there is
blah
a
blah
really
blah
good
blah blah
article
blah 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 blah
in there by
blah 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 blah.
Both agree and don't agree.
They have little
there'll
cutesy
be,
pictures on their cover of their book, and little eyeballs and little green leaves and things. Come on, get on to something else here.
Elizabeth
Why mix
Stello,
videos?
which is about
No.
who is very concerned about animal rights.
Oh,
and,
yes, but
then
inmendham
third one
isn't.
called The Wounded Animal, and it talks about J.M. Coetzee and the difficulty of reality in literature and philosophy. The difficulty of reality is a phrase that was invented by Cora Diamond. I don't
Sorry, this is really insufferably boring. So I'll sing a song.
Listen to this video.
Oh,
so
what
frustrated
a
about
terrible video! Oh, what a terrible video! It's almost as horrible as a great text video. But yeah, I don't know if it's quite as bad.
Pass as arguments here. I mean, I am, I think, at least as concerned about the suffering of animals as inmendham is.
Well, it's really not a competition. I've never accused you of being ineffectual or insincere in any of your vegetarian pleadings with people. I've never critiqued your style on that subject. I don't know why this would even be an issue, why this means anything to you, why you're worried about it. It's just complete nonsense.
Really honestly do. And I actually try to do what I can in the world to stop it when I can. I mean, I'm not an animal rights activist.
Well, really, this isn't part of the argument, is it? Is it? I mean, if I was a PETA member, does that give me credentials? I don't think so. I mean, well, it's about YouTube videos and making arguments, and here and here talking now about what people do in their personal life. So maybe that's the way you see how you fix the problem. I see it as a policy problem and an attitude problem. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm no point in arguing the subject here. I've argued it in videos.
Since I don't belong to PETA, but there are other reasonable groups that care about these things. And
good. Do you belong to them? Yeah.
Do what they can to stop the suffering. And so far, I mean, inmendham, I'm sure he must do those kinds of things too, or it doesn't make sense to me that he would be this adamant if he doesn't actually work.
Again, this slimy little bullshit, like somehow that would make any difference whatsoever, like it changes the argument at all. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, my videos speak for themselves. I don't have to pile any personal credentials on top of them. They're arguments defending the rational perspective that it's better not to eat other sentient creatures, that it's better to eat other shit if you can get by eating other shit. God damn.
In the world, to try to alleviate the suffering that he sees. If he's just making videos screaming insults.
Again, to prove that, find the video where I just scream insults, okay, where there isn't an argument being made. Go ahead, find that, and then play it, and demonstrate how the whole video is just ad hominem nonsense, and the substance of the video isn't an argument. Go find that video, please.
And people who don't agree with him, I don't really think he's doing that much to save the world. I think...
Oh, jeez. Again, it's you know, it's not about whether or not I'm doing anything to save the world. What it's all about is whether or not I'm making an argument, okay? And, so yeah, screw this bullshit, you know. Oh, I haven't saved the world yet, so I don't have any credibility. Ugh, fuck. So when I do save the world, I'll have credibility then everything I say will be golden. So even if I say something completely idiotic, like women should have 3 breastises, then all of a sudden everybody will have to have 3 breastises because inmendham says so and he saved the world, so everybody has to do what he says. Is that how it's going to work? Fuck.
As I said, I think President Clinton, who has gone on a vegan diet for health reasons, has probably done more to reduce the demand for meat than inmendham has done. And
I don't know. So you think so? I don't know. Do you have some sort of statistics or evidence of that? Do you have something that would demonstrate that that somehow applies? And if it is true, great, fantastic. I mean, Clinton's an asshole. But I mean, people really should do the right thing for the right reason, shouldn't they? I mean, that's part of what we're arguing here. We're not arguing that people should do the right thing for the wrong reason, although that's good, but it's not really what you don't argue that way. You don't, you know, you don't try to back people into the electric chair, or whatever the proper metaphor would be.
all of his 2,000 videos. So, to the 10 people who've actually listened to this ramble to this point,
I only have 10 people listening to me, and oh, inmendham has millions and millions of people listening to him, and it's just not fair. Are you taking me serious yet?
appreciate it. And I'm going to post this even though we'll get 10 people clicking on it. So.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get 10 people to listen to me slander inmendham. Oh God, this is just so disgusting.
That's the way life is.
Oh yeah, that's the way life is. It's probably your videos. Everyone, you know, says my name in it anyway. Probably gets 500 or 600 or 700 views. Same number as mine. No, you know, just bullshit. It's just complete bullshit. And whatever, it doesn't really matter. So this is just a throwaway video. I mean, I don't really care about this. I have no mission to go pick on 2B Serious. I don't care. She can tell as many fish stories as she wants to. I really don't care, as long as she doesn't sit there and lie about who I am. That I'm not going to accept. And so when you're going to call me a misogynist or a Holocaust denier or abusive or all this other crap, it's crap, all right? Again, go find the video where I, out of nowhere, just found some little innocent little person and started beating the shit out of them, personally. Go find that. Go find where they didn't start it first. Go find it, you fucking bitch. So anyway, enough. You know, but really, I mean, this is just so obvious. Like I said, where did this come from? Where did this come from? Why is this video posted? What provoked this crap? Again, inmendham in the title. Why is that there? Why is this an issue? Why does this matter to somebody? People are quite capable of saying, I'm not going to listen to him because he's got a poor potty mouth. And if that's all that means something to them, fine. But I don't think there isn't such a person anyway. Okay, the only people who aren't watching my videos are people who are afraid of them because they know they can't fucking argue with it. And all these people like these Stephen Ernestkind and the rest of them, you know, Stephen, I'll challenge you anytime, anywhere, and I won't call you a fucktard or you know, a butt munch or anything. And we'll argue about any subject. Okay, but you know, this just weaselly behavior. I've never understood why some of the smartest people on YouTube keep attempting to debate inmendham. He means well, but is not particularly well read and cannot handle opposing views. Oh, he is exactly like a philosophical Howard Stern. so people with low self-esteem find an identity in his anger. That's just such a pile of crap, and you goddamn know it. Nope, I've never kicked anybody out of Stickham for making an argument. I've kicked them out for being obnoxious, making preposterous, premising statements with, preposterously, they'll tell whole speeches. Well, anyway, I'm not even going to go into the argument why other Stickham rooms fail, but they fail because they let assholes drone on and on and on. And you damn well know it. While I kind of respect you and others engaging with him, I also seriously think there is some kind of mental disorder at work here. Perhaps it is the mechanism of facing a father figure. I don't know. Well, yeah, now you're doing a bunch of psychoanalyst crap. But whatever, Stephen. Not particularly well read. I love that. Yeah, so if I'm not particularly well read, then why can't you make a video explaining why I'm wrong about something? Could you do that? Go find some point I've made or some argument I've made, and why don't you just destroy that argument in a video? What's stopping you, Stephen? Oh, that's right. I'll point out how you're wrong. Yeah. Yeah, how your well-readness hasn't gotten you to the truth. Anyway, fuck these people. Fuck them. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Is fuck them. So anyway, I didn't really want to make a separate video about, but give me a break, man. So it really pissed me off. He made a video today, because he got $1,000 for YouTube. Google has made so much money stealing our private information and watching what we're doing on the internet so they can post their little ads. That they gave 500 of their partners little $1,000 bonus checks. At the same time, they censor the rest of us and, delete our videos, delete our channels. Look, the Coughlin thing is still sitting out there. He was a partner, for fuck's sake, and they killed his account for nothing. Absolutely nothing. They killed my Do Not God account for a figure art drawing. Okay, 10 times less obscene than the David. This is the bullshit of YouTube, and he's sitting there celebrating getting paid. At the same time they're demoting our content. Where they're manipulating the index. Promoting content. It's disgusting. I mean, I had one of his fucking videos show up at the end of a video like this. At the end there's these things that pop in there. If you want to give me a break, man, little partner videos in the feature box there. It's just such goddamn bullshit. It's just shameless. He should have just taken his money and kept his little fucking weasel mouth shut. But it was disgusting. This look, they're paying me. The fucking master, because he's been a good little slave and he's fucked everybody else over, right? He's helped fuck other people over, serving the machine. Fucking little Borgite. So anyway, I won't make a separate video about it. But I really have to make a YouTube sucks video. It's been a while, and old Hacks, he keeps talking like we got to do something, but all his ideas are kind of slimy, like we should go out and attack the partners and comment rudely on their videos or some other kind of bullshit, and I really don't want to get into that kind of shit. So we got to come up with some other strategy to either fix YouTube or find some alternative, because yeah, this is just fuck Google, fuck this bullshit, fuck being on a medium with these with sellout cunt-faced bastard pricks like fucking Give Me a Break, man. Who the fuck wants to be on the same platform as that fucking weasel? Yeah, fucking goddamn fuckers. Alright. Ooh, I said fuck a lot in this video. Damn it. Shit. I said fuck way too much. Anyway. Yeah, so I said, look at all these little snarky comments. Gary is a shithead. I don't know why everybody talks to him. I gave up on talking to Gary years ago. Oh, Broken Mech. Another one of these little fucking, weaselly cunt bastards. You're not allowed to disagree with him either. No, he'll tell you what the history of the Holocaust is. Every little detail. If you don't believe every little word comes out of his mouth, no, he'll call you an anti-Semite. Fucking weasels. Weasels everywhere. Not enough bullets to shoot them with. Anyway, enough of that. No. Yeah, so but anyway, this is all just bullshit though. Again, Thunderfoot, it takes liberties with other people's videos, makes them repeat things, derogatorily images them. And every one of his videos, the same kind of tactics are used. No grief. He doesn't get any grief at all for that cheat. He uses ad hominem insults all the time. He just called some kids some greasy teenagers. He called them greasy teenagers. What the fuck is that shit? Nobody calls him on it. So this is just bullshit hypocrisy. Bullshit hypocrisy. Bullshit. 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 Anyway. Yeah, I'm just waiting to hit the button. That's all. I'm just waiting for the signal to come from my brain and go down my arm and hit the button. Yeah, this. See that image? That'll get you kicked off of YouTube right there. That'll get you kicked right off of YouTube. They'll delete 600 videos for that. Fuck you, give me a break, man. Fuck you.